Kasi ang sinasabi sa saligang batas, joint session, and both houses voting jointly. No? At may Supreme Court ruling din, yung Fortune case na nagsasabi na as far as the joint session of Congress is concerned, it is automatic. To distinguish it from a case that is brought before the Supreme Court, which has to be initiated. In other words, yung joint session of Congress need not be initiated, it must be automatic. Precisely because napakatindi ng extraordinary powers ng Presidente sa martial law, milyon-milyon ang apektado dahil nga sa dami ng saklaw, ng proklamasyon, and therefore nararapat lamang na magkaroon ng official proceeding at mayroong public record sa pag-uusap nitong martial law declaration.
Kuya.
Sir, ano pa ba, sir, considering na bukas sa joint ceremony na?
Well, i-qualify ko lang, no, before we answer that. Itong pinag-uusapan natin ngayon na issue, hindi to ibig sabihin ay kinokontra natin yung efforts ngayon sa Marawi. All of us, unanimous ang suporta sa AFP sa pagsugpo na mabuti. Let us be clear on that. We also recognize the gravity of the situation there. Ang kailangan pag-usapan lang is kung ito bang martial law in Mindanao, kung ito ba yung proportionate response o yung tamang response dapat ng gobyerno. So, yung AFP kasi, with or without martial law, talagang susugpuin nila yung kalaban. At base dun sa briefing kahapon, talagang very, very confident kami na kayang-kaya ito ng AFP. So, yun yung pinag-uusapan ngayon itong joint session, aside sa mandato ito ng Constitution, dito dapat being representatives of the people, mache-check natin yung powers ng Presidente. Alam mo sa akin personally, hindi ako nangangamba na mag-aabuso yung AP dahil professional ng AP ngayon. Nangangamba ako na mag-abuso si Duterte mismo.
Ano lang sa tanong namin tayo pa ba? Although the legislative calendar ends actually Friday, technically, a joint session of Congress to hear or to deliberate on the declaration of martial law is not bound or covered by the legislative calendar. It can go beyond that, provided that it is agreed by both houses that there will be a specific set of a schedule to the assembly, to the joint session.
Kaya yun po yung urgency nung minority resolution. Dahil kung sa sesyon nitong kasalukuyang session hanggang bukas. So habang sitting in session na kami, pinipilit namin mula sa minorya na mag-joint session ang Senado at saka ang House. At may president po yan, yung 2009 na deklarasyon ng martial law ni dating Pangulong Macapagal Arroyo. Ito mismong Senado kasama ng House noon ay na-joint session. At marami po silang took to the floor to put on record. Yung iba po sa kanila ay miyembro pa rin ng Senado ngayon, miyembro ng mayorya, pinut on record po nila na constitutional duty mag-joint session, na magsiset ito ng importanteng president para sa mga susunod na posibleng pagdeklara ng martial law. So, walang dahilan na ibahin ang prinsipyo na tatayuan ng Senado ngayon. Kaya, mamaya ay igigit po namin ang aming minority resolution na dapat magdaos ng joint session. At sa tingin ko po, walang ibang panahon para gawin yon habang nakaupo pa kami, kundi bukas.
Ma'am, ano po ba ang implication?
After nung briefing kahapon, hindi ko kayo convinced or at this point na dapat declare yung martial law or justified ba na itali nila na kailangan pa talaga ng joint session? I mean, well, iba kasi sir yung mga yung mga argument kasi na sinasabi may repo, hindi naman talaga ang mas na mag-convince as in a joint session. So after the briefing, inclined na kayo to support yung martial law?
Na-appreciate ko po yung briefing na ibigay sa amin lahat sa Senado ng Armed Forces kahapon hanggang kagabi. At gaya ng sinabi ni Sen. Sani, tuloy namin ina-appreciate din yung kabayanihan ng ating mga sundalo at pulis na sumusuko sa Maute, sa Marawi. Pero yung briefing pa rin ay hindi pa rin na-exhaust o na-settle yung mga grave concerns at mga tanong. Isa na po yan, kung kinailangan ba talagang martial law. Gaya ng sinabi rin kanina, mismo ang mga nag-briefing sa amin ay umamin na kaya nilang sugpuin ang Maute sa Marawi kahit walang martial law. Nga lang, nakapag-desisyon na si Presidente. Obligado silang mag-implementa. So all the more importante na i-check and balance namin yun mula sa Kongreso.
Something nagsabi na without martial law.
Kung tama po yung alaala ko, si Secretary Lorenzana ay nagsabi nun. Pero siya rin po ang nag-affirm na dahil nagdesisyon na si Presidente, hindi muna dumaan sa calling out powers of the President, hindi muna sinuspend lamang yung privilege of delito, habeas corpus, pero dumiretso sa martial law ay obligado na sila i-implementa ito. All the more, kailangan na mag-joint session.
You mentioned, ma'am, na kung na-consult sila ni President before declaring martial law or by himself, nag-declare siya, kung hindi na nagtanong kung kailangan pa ba yung President na
When asked, the security official said hindi sila yung nagrekomenda.
Sir, ganun, kailangan ba talaga na i-recommenda siya? O, kasi parang sinasabi authority naman ng President if he thinks that it's needed.
You see, all of these questions really points to the need for a open joint session where the hearing can be held. Para po for transparency. Yesterday, first it was a closed door briefing. Of course, we sought the permission of the Campus Center, but many of those mentioned were contained in the report. Now, whether it's one particular issue which Senator Trillanes just mentioned, the question was asked pointedly by Senator Trillanes, can we contain Maute without martial law? The answer of Secretary Lorenzana was, yes, we can.
In fact, in fairness to those who presented yesterday, napanatag yung loob namin na kaya talaga ng AFP masugpo yung problema nito. That I will say as much. No? We were comforted by their presentation and that their assurance na within the next few days, within the week, they should be able to bring Marawi and Lanao del Sur to normalcy. That was a commitment, and they've said that already in press briefings. No? Now, ang tanong dyan is, pag natapos na yung bakbakan at bumalik na tayo sa normalcy, sa Marawi at Lanao del Sur, kailangan pa ba yung martial law? Kasi by the time that we have this joint session, if our colleagues will agree, maybe by that time, tapos na po yung firefighting na nangyayari. Maybe it will already be time to lift the declaration of martial law. And mahalaga na malaman din yung taong bayan. We also yesterday talked about a lot of misinformation going around. Whether it's social media or traditional media, paminsan-minsan po, mali talaga yung mga balita umiikot. No? Sometimes sinasadya, sometimes hindi naman po sinasadya. But there's a lot of information going around na mali. And the joint session, I think, will also address that. Ma-address po yung concern na yun na may fake news, may misinformation na umiikot. Again, sometimes sinasadya, sometimes hindi. But to hear it straight from our security managers, palagay ko po, importante yun sa taong bayan, na marinig mismo nila, and that they can propose questions through their representatives for the congressmen and the senators.
Sir, kung ganyan po,
I-add ko lang, just to be clear. Dahil part ng fake news ngayon, ay nililink daw ako, si Senator Bang, yung Magdalo, Congressman Eliano, LP, sa Maute. So tinanong namin directly si Secretary Lorenzana kung meron silang credible information about it sa intelligence. Sabi niya, wala daw katotohanan yon at nare-receive daw nilang gano'ng information, hindi daw nila pinansin, hindi daw totoo yun. So just to be clear.
But even ako, not even just that, but even yung reports on the violence that's happening, yung facilities na kinuha o hindi kinuha, kung may nabihed o hindi nabihed, marami po talagang misinformation na umiikot. And it's important that we hear it straight from the security managers po natin kung ano talaga yung nangyayari on the ground. No? And the best venue for that would be a joint session such that it's already in our constitution, no? Nakalagay po yung mekanismo. At pagtulak po namin ito ay para matupad po kung ano yung nakalagay sa ating konstitusyon.
Sir, given yung sinabi ng...
Ito naman,
Sir, given yung sinabi ng security officials nga na hindi naman nila nirecommend and kaya naman daw i-defeat yung Maute Group even without martial law, is the minority inclined to seek the revocation or vote for the revocation of martial law? If ever, magkaroon nga ng boto.
Let's not jump into that. That's why we're asking for a joint session in order to hear all these views under oath. It's a difference. We will be hearing testimonies under oath. We don't want to jump into any conclusion at this point.
Follow up. Ano po ba yung implication kapag hindi po nag-joint session? Si Congressman Ed Salagman, he mentioned dereliction of duty daw, na possible na maging subject of a petition eventually. Ano po ba yung mga implications?
Well, I would like to think that we are not fulfilling our role in our duty in the Constitution. And whether there are administrative sanctions, hindi ko pa napapag-aralan yun. Pero meron political consequences yun. Obviously, as public leaders, we will have to answer to our voters as to whether or not we are fulfilling our duties as mandated under the Constitution and as we have sworn to uphold and defend the Constitution. So sa ganung klaseng paraan, meron talagang masasabi kong kakulangan na hindi namin itinulak o hindi namin ipinatupad ang aming mga tungkulin sa ilalim ng ating saligang batas at ang aming oath of office.
Pag hindi mangyari yan, then with more reason that the Supreme Court would have to rule on this issue. Because under the Constitution, the Supreme Court, the petition can be filed in the Supreme Court raising an issue the factual basis of martial law. And the Supreme Court must decide on that within 30 days from the filing of the petition. This constitutional provision is a result of the situation during the 1972 martial law, when the court refused to review the factual basis of the martial law declaration because it was a political question. Now this constitution specifically mandates the Supreme Court to rule on the factual basis of the declaration within 30 days from the time the petition is filed.
So, sir, kayo
Ang sinusulong po namin sa Minoria ay magkaroon ng joint session. Pag nakakailangan na kailangan pa namin mag-file ng resolusyon para lang gawin namin ng buong Kongreso ang aming trabaho. At kung ang lumabas sa joint session ay hindi lang yung magandang guidelines na mayroon ang DND at AFP na itinataguyod pa rin nila ang 1987 Constitution kasama ang lahat ng safeguards para sa civil liberties kahit sa ilalim ng martial law. Kung hindi mapanatag ang loob namin sa loob ng joint session na yan na laman ng minority resolution, mapanatag ang loob namin sa mga sinasabi ni Presidente na pwede pa rin mag-raid, pwede pa rin mang-rape na makatatlo, aaminin kong akin yan. Pag hindi ma-settle yung mga lumalabas na mistulang policy pronouncements ni Presidente tungkol sa kanyang martial law, ay hindi ko makita ang sarili ko na sinusuportahan ang deklarasyon. At kung ang choice lamang ay pagsuporta sa deklarasyon o pag-revoke sa deklarasyon, pag it comes to a vote, bumoto ako para sa revocation.
So, just in case na ibasura yung panawagan for joint session, willing kayong mag-initiate ng petition sa Supreme Court minority?
Well, napag-usapan initially yan, hindi pa namin napafinalize. Bukas kami, pero tingnan natin kung anong magiging resulta nitong debate.
Sir, kahapon sinabi niyo na, Senator Dico, sinabi niyo na
during the caucus din, napag-usapan yung hinihingi nyo na joint session ng mga kasama nyo? Or at least nabanggit nyo sa ilan sa mga kasama nyo from the majority, na-invite nyo ba sila in the first place to support your resolution?
Nung dinadraft po namin yung minority resolution na ngayon Senate Resolution 390, nag-reach out po kami sa ilang miyembro ng majority na nagsabi, nung una pa ng pagkadeklara ni Presidente, na nagsabing ina-anticipate nila yung joint session at handa silang bumoto tungkol sa deklarasyon ayon sa pag-appreciate namin lahat ng ulat ni Presidente. So nag-reach out po kami sa kanila. Kaya sinabi ko nga po kanina, sa tansya namin, may mga miyembro ng mayorya na kabilang sa majority resolution na kanila talagang tingin, sinusuportahan nila yung deklarasyon, tingin nila hindi kailangan i-revoke, pero gusto pa rin nilang gawin yung proseso ng joint session na punot dulo ng minority resolution.
Mga ilan sila, ma'am? Mga ilan sila, member ng
Mga bito.
So, sir, ma'am, ano yung pumipigil? Anim dito, bakit hindi sila open pa na bibigay ng support din sa order?
Yung sa akin lang siguro it's the pressure of the majority. Pero just going back sa point mo, Jack, regarding yung dereliction of duty, palagay ko pagka hindi talaga natuloy itong joint session, kung merong magpapile sa ombudsman ng dereliction of duty, ang mananagot dito would be the Speaker of the House, yung Senate President, at those who openly express their opinion na hindi kailangan ng joint session.
Baka ayaw nilang madikit sa minority, maging biktima sila ng fake news.
So, ang argumento ho kasi nila is, mag-joint session lang, kung ang inclination is to revoke, to ask for its revocation, eh hindi naman po yun ang sense daw ng majority ng House and Senate. So, it will be a futile exercise daw po kung mag-joint session.
First, how do you establish the sense? Until you convene.
So, dito may resolution sila, 15 senators supporting.
Well, precisely, but that is the Senate and the House separately discussing it. Number one. Number two, what if somebody wants to revoke in a joint session? How will he now or she make the vote known or make the intentions known when you don't convene? O di wala. Ibig sabihin, wala nang boses ang minority. This is anti-democratic for an institution like Congress not to convene the joint session to deliberate precisely what is a very serious extraordinary power of the executive department. Okay? So basically that, we have to convene, even if it's ministerial, di ba? I mean, assuming for the sake of argument, talagang 101% bubotong pabor, we still have to convene. There still has to be a public proceeding, and there still has to be a record of the proceeding, because that is, well, we are doing official acts, and this is mandated by the Constitution.
Pwedeng ano lang, no? Hindi tayo pwede mag-shortcut. Yung mga shortcut sa bansa natin, yun yung nagdudulot ng masasamang bagay. No? Ayaw natin mag-shortcut yung AFP, ayaw natin mag-shortcut yung PNP. Bakit tayo mag-shortcut? Diba? For the sake of, kasi yun na rin yun eh. Diba? Hindi naman pwede yun. And our position is that this is part of our constitutional mandate. Gawin natin. Now, yung isang hindi na pag-uusapan is the benefit to the public. Mahalaga sa amin palagay that a session like that, which is open to the public and transparent and under oath, yung mga security managers, mahalaga na matupad yun para sa publiko. Again, precisely because maraming ang misinformation ngayon. Maraming magkakasalungat at contradictory na mga statements na nagaganap. Kailangan natin yan for the public. And ayaw namin pangunahan kung ano yung magiging resulta. Because the result at this point is secondary to the process na kailangan tuparin because it is part of our constitutional mandate.
Just very quickly, it is not only mandated in the Constitution, it is also mandated because of legislative precedent, and it is also mandated because the Supreme Court has ruled na ang joint session of Congress to hear a martial or to deliberate on a martial law declaration is automatic. So tatlo na ho yun ang basis para kinakailangan convene ang joint session.
Saka interesante po pag binasa niyo yung proceedings ng 1986 Constitutional Commission, nagkaroon pa sila ng diskusyon noon kung kailangan ba 2/3 ng Senate at House voting jointly o simple majority lang para aprubahan o i-revoke ang isang declaration of martial law. Nagkasundo sila kahit simple majority na lang kasi ina-anticipate nila na baka yung mga enemies of the state, andun yun sa transcript of records ng CONCOM of 1986, baka daw yung enemies of the state ay pipigilin yung mga senador at kinatawan na makapag-convene in joint session, so sitting together para mag-deliberate. So meron silang ganong sense of urgency na kung isang critical na sitwasyon, at least hindi ide-demand na 2/3 ang magdesisyon sa deklarasyon ng presidente, sapat na yung simple majority. So, sitting jointly, convening jointly.
So what do we expect this afternoon? Magbuktuhan natin sa resolution you're calling for?
The resolution of the minority is in the calendar. The resolution signed by 15 senators is not in the calendar, expressing the sense of
So pwede i-insert nila yun, sir?
sorry.
They can insert it,
Wala sa
sir.
calendar yung majority reso. Sila lang ang meron.
About 7 majority senators plus 5 minorities, so do you have the numbers?
We'll see when it's called for a vote. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.